Good afternoon, students. Yesterday we started about Unit 2, equilibrium of rigid bodies. Rigid body means the body does not deform under the action of forces. Is called a rigid body. But in general, all bodies are deformable bodies. We assume the body not deform when force applied. Okay. So rigid body has shape and size. With rectangular, circular, trapezoid, any shape. But it has size, the length, breadth, thickness, diameter, radius, height, width. Okay, size. And it has mass also. We started about various law of mechanics. Today, our presentation, outline presentation, equilibrium of rigid bodies in 2 dimensions and numerical problems. This is the rigid body, no dimension, rectangular. It acted by many forces. Okay, that is coplanar non-concurrent forces. Whenever you say rigid body, the body acted by non-concurrent forces, but it is different forces acting different places. This is for resulting finding method. You have to calculate summation of H, summation of V, then resultant direction. Then additionally, you have to calculate net moment, resultant moment, summation of M naught. Then after you have calculate D, distance. We know the result, individual force moment equal to resultant force moment. Okay, take for R into D, D equal to M naught divided by R. Then calculate the distance, X distance, D by sin alpha, Y distance, D by cos alpha. Or other formula, X equal to the net moment divided by summation of V. The Y distance equal to summation of M naught divided by summation of H. This is a resultant for rigid bodies, the forces acting. Then equilibrium of equation for coplanar non-concurrent force system. Summation of horizontal forces equal to 0, summation of vertical forces equal to 0, then moment turning effect with respect to any point equal to 0. The particle only first two equations, horizontal equation 0, summation of V equal to 0. For rigid body, you have to add an additional, the net moment with respect to any point, it must be 0. So we are going to use these two formulas based on the question. We are going to calculate unknown things, unknown values. So yesterday I started these problems. Once again, I'm repeating. See the four forces are applied to an angle bracket as shown in figure. Determine the magnitude and direction of the resultant and the distance from O, the line of action of the resultant. This question, they given bracket like this. Okay, they asked the resultant R and the direction alpha and the resultant on with respect to where it is lying. See all the forces must be in xy direction. If any force incline, we need to convert in xy direction. In the diagram 36 kilonewton acting vertical downward, 18 kilonewton acting upward, 72 acting horizontal, one force inclined, that is 135. So any force inclined, we have to convert two direction, x dash y direction. See in this 130 kilonewton, the angle not given. Instead of angle they given, look like a figure, one triangle, 4, 3. So we apply mathematical concept. What mathematical concept? I take out the triangle 3 by 4. So I fix the angle theta 1, tan theta 1 equal to 3 by 4. 3 by 4 equal to 0.75. Therefore, theta 1 equal to tan inverse of 0.75. We got 36.87 degree. Okay, so we know resultant. Our aim is find the resultant R, alpha equal to, that is resultant direction and the distance from O. So we want to calculate theta incline, no, theta 1, then I calculate theta 1 by applying mathematics concept 36.87. Now summation of H. Summation of H means adding all horizontal forces. Here, which one is horizontal? The 72. Minus is goes to minus no left side, x direction, minus 72. There's one inclined force no first quarter is lying first quarter. The angle with respect to x-axis. Therefore, 135 cos 36.87. Then we have got summation h equal to 36 kilonewton. Similarly, vertical component. Vertical component, what are the forces vertical direction? Minus 36 plus 18 upward, no, plus 18 goes to plus y direction. 36 goes to minus y direction. And 135 is inclined. Is lying first quarter, no. Therefore, 135 sin 36.87. See here. So in the single step, I have written all the vertical forces. Then we got summation of V 63 kilonewton. We know resultant equal to square root of summation of h square plus summation of v square. Summation of h equal to 36. Summation of v equal to 63. Therefore, R equal to 72.56 kilonewton. Then alpha equal to resultant direction. Tan inverse of summation of v divided by summation of h. Tan inverse of summation of v 63 divided by 36. Alpha equal to 60.26 degree. This is a rigid body, no? So we have to take moment with respect to O. So O is a starting point. So we have to calculate O with respect to O. I am taking moment. What is moment? Force into perpendicular distance. Understand, students? While taking moment, we have to fix a reference point. Here the question is simple. They asked with respect to O, what is the resultant direction? So you always take the first starting point. Here O point starting point. Therefore, I am taking the reference point MO. Say MO. So before going to take the moment, what are the forces giving moment and what are the forces not giving moment? You have to find out. What is the moment? Force into perpendicular distance with respect to reference point. See, here O is the reference point. You see the O point having 136 acting vertical downward. It's acting in the point itself. So it does not give any moment effect. Moment means turning. It does not give any turning because O is the reference point, no. Similarly, see the O force having 135 cos 36.87. It's also not giving moment. You see here another see here 135 sin 36.87. Is acting along vertical direction with respect to O. The same line is acting. Students understand any force acting towards a reference point or away from the reference point does not give moment. Very, very important point. While taking moment, you have to identify what are the forces not giving moment effect. How do you find out? You see the reference point. In the reference point, any force comes to the reference point or goes from the reference point does not give. See here, see O point, there is three forces goes. One force 36 goes to vertical downward, so it does not give any moment. One force goes to the 135 cos 36 when the horizontal direction, it does not give any moment. 135 sin 36.7 vertical goes to from O point. So three forces does not give moment. So what are the balance forces? You see here 18 kilonewton. 18 kilonewton perpendicular with the O point. See here perpendicular, no, on the O 18 perpendicular. The distance 3.6. So there is a two moment. I told you clockwise moment, anti-clockwise moment. So with respect to O, I am taking moment 18 into 3.6. So minus. Why I am putting minus? Anti-clockwise. Similarly 72. 72 with respect to O perpendicular, no, at the B point. See here B point. 72 goes to left side. Okay. It not goes to towards point O. So 72 into 1.6 minus anti-clockwise. So minus 180 kilonewton. See here minus means don't think negative value. It shows only the clockwise or anti-clockwise. Students, see the force we can't say negative value. No, the minus means which direction it goes. That is the meaning. So the negative means you don't take this as a minimum value. The minus plus means it shows whether clockwise or anti-clockwise. Similarly, force. Suppose I am telling force minus 10. Minus 10 means it goes to my x direction. Suppose F plus 10. It goes to the positive y or positive x-axis. So we calculate net moment. Why we calculate net moment? Is a rigid body. So rigid body, you have to calculate resultant. Then we take moment with respect to reference point. We calculate M naught. Then we know M equal to R into D. That is individual force moment equal to resultant force moment. So D equal to M naught by R. So the D equal to 180 by 72.56. Similarly, X equal to we know summation M divided by V. Okay, 180 by 63, 2.857 meter. Similarly, Y equal to M naught by summation of H. Okay, 180 divided by 36, 5 meter. So the rigid body, you have to calculate additional two values. That is additional m naught. First to calculate m naught, then calculate d, then calculate x, then calculate y. This is a rigid body resultant finding methods. Students, any question? Therese, any question for this problem? Vignesh, do you have any question for this problem? Class representative, any question?
No, sir.
We are going to next questions. Can you read this question, class representative?
Yes, sir. Two like parallel forces of 50 Newton and 100 Newton act at the ends of a rod 360 millimeter long. Find the magnitude of the resultant force and the point where it acts.
In this question, they given statement only. Students, whenever statement given, you draw the diagram. Here, two like parallel forces. The parallel force means two line, no, parallel line. So I draw the A and B. They given diagram, they mention 50 Newton and 100 Newton, two forces. Parallel, likely parallel. Likely parallel means the two forces acting same direction, either upward direction or downward direction. So the rod length given 360 mm long at the ends. The two forces acting at the ends. So the starting point they taken A and the ending point B. The distance 360 mm they given. So I likely parallel no. Therefore I taken the 50 Newton acting A point vertical downward. The 100 Newton acting vertical downward at the B point. So this is the I draw the diagram based on the statement. I draw the diagram. How you can draw the diagram? You read the problems. So I first 360 mm long rod. First draw the rod. Then you give the name A and B. You see the question, two like parallel forces of 50 Newton and 100 Newton act at the end. Parallel, no, likely parallel. So we take any towards downward direction or towards upward direction. Here I am taking towards the downward direction. Generally force is no vertical downward. So I take taken vertical downward direction. Likely parallel, 50 Newton, 100 Newton. What the question asked today? Find the magnitude of resultant or asked. Then the point where is act. So I asked, I located X. You know, Hudson, no, that's why I located X only. They asked what's the resultant. Then where it is the point acting at the point on the rod AB. Okay. So what is the resultant formula? R equal to square root of summation of H square plus summation of V square. Okay. See here summation of H. There is no horizontal forces. Students, there is no horizontal forces. Summation of H. So I have directly written summation of equal to 0. Why I have written there is no horizontal forces. Then summation of V, vertical forces. See the 50 Newton vertical downward minus y direction. So minus 50. 100 Newton vertical downward minus 100. See here minus 50 minus 100 minus 150 Newton. So I applied these two values in our equation. So we got finally resultant equal to 150 Newton. So the first aim over, they asked what is the resultant. Then they asked where the resultant lying under this rod. The resultant, the point where it acts. So we know Varignan's theorem. What is the Varignan's theorem? Resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment. We are applying Varignan's theorem or law of moment. Okay, we got this. See here, I have drawn. This is a given diagram. This is a given statement. You have drawn the diagram. I converted the two force into single force. I converted the two force into single force. Here, vertical down, no, all the force vertical. So I marked. I don't know. I do not know where the resultant acting along AB. So I marked approximately from A. From A, I drawn the vertical down resultant. I marked 150 Newton. So the distance I marked X. They asked to X, no, X distance. So what is the Varignan's theorem stated? Resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment. Students, I told you, if you are taking moment, you always fix the reference point. Here, which one is the reference point? The A is a starting point. So I am taking moment with respect to A. So resultant moment 150 into X. Understand, students? 150 into x, resultant force moment. See here, 150 into x. So what is the individual force moment? See that the first diagram. I put your hand at A. Locate your A point. I told you know what are the forces giving moment, what are the forces not giving moment. Here reference point A point. So the 50 is not giving moment. Why not giving moment? Is acting at A point. It does not give any distance. What are other forces giving moment? The 100. So 100 into 360. Students understand we are applying Varignan's theorem. What is Varignan's state that resultant force moment equal to summation individual force moment. Already we got two forces converted into single force. So 150 into x clockwise plus. Okay, 150 into x here. With respect to 150 into x. What is the individual force moment? Go to first diagram. Okay, put your hand at A. So what are the forces giving moments? Only 100 into 360. The 50 does not give moment. Why does not? It's acting along the point A. Students, be careful. I am repeating again. While taking moment, you have to identify which force gives the moment, which force do not give moment. How do you identify? If any force acting in the reference point does not give moment. Here A is the reference point. So 50 is acting, does not give any moment. So what are the balance force? 100 Newton. So 100 into, what is the moment? Force in distance. 100 into 360. See here, 100 into 360. That is resultant force equal to summation of individual force. Here only one force. That's why 100 is 360. Therefore, x equal to 3036 divided by 150. X equal to 240 meters. 240 millimeters. So resultant angle acting at 240 millimeter from A point. Asaj, are you understand this question? Do you understand this question? Kavi Vardaraja?
Yes, sir.
Are you understand? Or do you have any question in this problem?
No question, sir.
Can you explain based on the statement? Can you explain step by step?
Yes.
Explain now.
Sir, there are two same parallel forces are acting, sir. 50 newtons, sir, that is, and 100 newtons, sir. Act on both ends of the rod, sir. That is three. The rod is length is 360 millimeters, sir. And we want to find the magnitude of the resultant force, sir, and where it acts. We want to find that, sir. And diagram we should only draw, sir. Only statement is given. We want to find R and X.
So why I have drawn the 50, 100 downward? Why can't draw the upward? 50 and 100. Why can't we draw upward?
So resultant force act downwards.
No. See, we can draw. Generally, we can draw the force upward direction also, no? But you see, naturally, any force acting vertically down. You see the table. If I am putting the book on the table, the weight is acting downward. That's why I have taken the downward.
Okay.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
See, each and everything you have the reason. So here also you can rotate. No need same like this. You can 50 Newton locate the upward and 100 also upward. The answer will be same. And then explain. Okay, next explain.
So now we finding R, sir. Resultant value, that is a formula, sir. Root of summation of h squared plus summation of v squared, horizontal square plus vertical square, sir. And alpha equal to tan inverse summation of vertical divided by summation of horizontal, sir. We're getting summation of horizontal equal to 0, and summation of vertical is minus 50 minus 100, sir, equal to minus 150 Newton. Then we
got
yes,
we replaced it. Then we applied Varignan's theorem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, why we applied Varignan's theorem? It's a rigid body. They asked what is the distance the result line. So I marked AB. The result active vertical down. Why result active down? Because both was down or no. So the result also vertical downward. So R into X. So R into X equal to individual force. Why the 50 Newton not giving any moment? 50 Newton not giving any moment. Why have considered 100 and 360? Your two force acting, no, but I consider only here 100 and 360. So many times repeated here. If any force acting reference point, you do not consider for a moment.
Okay, sir.
Okay. A point reference point, no.
Yes, sir.
So the 15 no need consider, sir. While taking moment, any force acting towards or away from the reference point, no need to consider. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
if 50 is acting A point, no need to consider. What is the moment? Force in perpendicular distance. The 50 does not give any distance. See here, A, we are taking moment with respect to A, but it's acting at the A point only.
Yes, sir.
So understand, while taking moment, which force gives a moment, which force does not give moment. How do you identify if any force acting towards reference point does not give? So 100 into 360 only.
Okay,
So
sir.
previous problem also explained. No, see here, this force also explained. At O point, there is a 3 force connected. No, 36, 135.96, and 135 cos 36 does not give a moment. Got it?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then we got it acceleration. Can you hear the second question? This question?
Sir, me, sir.
Yeah.
Two unlike parallel forces of magnitude 400 Newton and 100 Newton are acting in such a way that their lines of action are 150 millimeter apart. Determine the magnitude of the resultant force and the point at which it acts.
So the previous question, likely parallel forces. Students, likely parallel forces. In this question, unlike parallel forces. What is unlike parallel forces? One force acting downward, one force acting upward. Okay, the arrow mark. The arrow mark is likely, it's the same direction arrow mark means parallel. Likely parallel. If one force acting upward, the other force acting downward, that is called unlike parallel. So the distance 150 mm given. So I have drawn the diagram. See here, I drawn the first AB, the distance 150 millimeter. At A point, I have taken 400 Newton downward. At B point, 100 upward. Why I taken 100 upward? Because they mentioned in the problem, it's unlike parallel. Students, unlike parallel. So one must be goes to opposite, other must be the other direction. Here downward 400, I take 100. See, they did not mention any diagram. We have to draw the diagram. Okay. So the line of action 150 distance, no 150 mm distance. That's why I 150. The one force acting downward, other force acting upward. Now see there, unlike parallel forces. The previous question, likely parallel. Likely parallel means two forces acting same direction with some distance. Okay, so we know resultant formula R equal to square root of summation of h square plus summation of v square. So there is no horizontal force. You don't say there is no horizontal force. That's why I have written summation of h equal to 0. Summation of v means adding all vertical forces. What are the vertical forces? Minus 400 plus 100. Why minus 400 is vertical downward? There is a minus y direction. Plus 100. Why plus 100? It goes to plus y direction. So minus 400 plus 100, minus 300 Newton. Then applying this equation, finally you will get R equal to 300 Newton. They asked in the question itself where the resultant point at which acts. So I applied Varignon's theorem or law of moment. So I will replace the single force into no R. You see here the vertical horizontal 0. The V is the minus 300. So it goes to vertical downward direction only. So I located, taken AB, I located from A to some distance x. So R is 300 Newton, vertical downward. Why vertical downward? Because the x is 0, y minus 300. Graph. How do you draw the graph? X is 0, so y equal to minus 3, like that. So vertical downward, no? So I remark. So I applied the law of moments. Okay. That is resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment. So 300 into x. Clockwise, no. 300 into x. So with reference point A point, students understand reference point A point. So with respect to resultant, the A point 300 into x clockwise equal to individual force moment. See the diagram, individual force moment. So the 400 does not give moment. Why it does not give moment? Because we have taken A is the reference point. Okay, with respect to here. So 100 into 150. Anti-clockwise, no. 100 into 150. That's why I put minus. 100 into 150. Okay. Therefore, 1500. Therefore, x equal to minus 50 mm. See, the minus means only the clockwise anti-clockwise. So no need to locate the x is take the minus here. Your moment is minus means anti-clockwise. That's it. Therefore, x equal to we got 50 mm from A. Vignesh, are you understand this question? Therese, Syrian, Therese? Therese, are you there? Asaj Muhammad, are you following with me? Class representative, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain this problem?
Yes, sir. So they have given two unlike parallel forces. The magnitudes are 400 Newton and next one is 100 Newton. And the distance of their action is 150 mm. You have to find the resultant and the magnitude should be determined, sir. Actually, unlike parallel forces means one should be clockwise and another should be anti-clockwise. So A is downward 400 and B is upward 100 Newton and the distance is given as 150 mm. Next. The resultant of the forces is square root of sigma h square summation of the h square plus summation of v square. Here horizontal force is 0. Summation of v means vertical force first minus 400. The 400 is on minus x axis, so it is on
Minus
minus
y direction.
400.
Minus y direction.
It's a minus y direction, and the b is on plus y, so it is on plus 100, so it is minus 300 Newton, and we got the resultant. So then by applying Varignon's theorem, summation of MA, since the
Resultant force
summation
moment. No, resultant force moment equal to summation of individual
summation of
force.
individual force moment.
So A means
summation of
reference point. Okay.
reference point. Since A is reference point, we should not take that force. Resultant force into x is equal to that 100 into 150 means that force
Individual force moment. See,
so the force
this is the resultant force R into F equal to individual force. Individual force moment, you go to this diagram. Understand? This diagram individual force. So yeah, I put the reference point A. No, therefore 400 does not give any moment. So A, that is 100 into 150 anti-clockwise. Okay. So we have got the X. Yes. So we solved the problem. One is to parallel likely, and the one is unlikely parallel force. We solved the resultant and the X value. Then read this question.
Okay, sir. Three forces of 2P, 3P, and 4P act along the three sides of an equilateral triangle of side 100 mm, taken in order. Find the magnitude and position of the resultant force.
This problem, very simple problem, but a statement given only. You know, equal triangle. What is equal triangle means? All the equal triangle same 60 degree, and all the three sides must be same distance. That is called equal triangle. There is a three triangle, 3 or 4 triangle there. There is a right angle triangle and isosceles triangle, equal triangle. Equal triangle means all the three sides must be same value, and all the angle also same value. So this is a mathematical rule. So I have drawn the equal triangle. Equal triangle means generally angle is 60 degree. Understand, students? Then all the three sides the same. Yes. The S means side. So I have drawn the equal triangle. So in the statement, three forces of 2P, 3P, and 4P. Okay, act along the three sides. Along the three sides. What is the first side? AC. What is the second side? CB. What is the third side? BA. Along the third side. So the arrow mark goes to A to C first, 2P. And the arrow mark goes to C to B, 3P. And the arrow mark goes to B to A, that is 4P. Act along the three sides equal triangle. See here, nested. I got drawn this. So based on the statement, I got drawn this diagram. So they go on control. Equal triangle, no. Equal triangle means all the angle must be same, 60 and the side same. Now you can find the result in X. I told you, students, any force inclined, you must convert XY direction. That is the first step in our mind. Any force inclined, which force inclined? The 3P is inclined. and the 4P also inclined with respect to the A and B, horizontal. Students, always remember any force inclined must be resolved in XY direction. See the next diagram. So we know resultant formula. Okay. So the 3P is inclined, no? With respect to the B point, 60 degree, no? It goes to second quadrant. So 3P cos 60, 3P sin 60. So I convert here, see here. 3P sin 60, 3P cos 60 at the B point. Similarly, the 4P goes to the third quadrant. With respect to the angle already given. See here, the 4P goes to third quadrant, angle 60 degree given. So I told you I converted, no? I converted the third quadrant. See here, 4P cos 60, 4P sin 60. So the given statement, that's why this subject interest. If you know the mathematical and the concept, okay, this is interesting. 2P is horizontal, so no need to consider. Convert to XY. Already is a horizontal. But the 3P is inclined with respect to the x-axis, 60 degree given. So you resolve 3P cos 60. Second quadrant it goes to, that's why x minus y plus. Similarly, see the 4P goes to the third quadrant. The angle also given. Already I explained. We have to, it goes to projected to the third quadrant. Therefore, the 60 I converted with the x-axis. So 4P cos 60 minus x. 4P sin 60 minus y. So resolve all forces. What are the horizontal forces? 2P. 2P is the plus x. Minus 3P cos 60. No, it goes to left side. Minus x direction. Then minus 4P cos 60. So apply all the values. You got finally the horizontal forces. All summation of H means horizontal force. Don't say plainly H. Summation of horizontal forces equal to minus 1.5 P. Now resolve the vertical forces. What are the vertical forces? 3P sin 60. Understand? 3P sin 60 plus. And then minus 4P sin 60 downward. Minus. Okay. See here. 3P sin 60 minus 4P sin 60. After applying, the summation of vertical forces equal to minus 0.86 P. Then resultant force R equal to square root of summation H square plus summation V square. Then finally we got it, the resultant equal to 1.732 P. They asked the question. What they asked the question? Position of the resultant. So I calculated the resultant, I calculated here. Then I want to locate from A point, I have to locate where the resultant acting. See here. So I located from A point, the resultant acting downward. Just apply Bergman's theorem. What is Bergman's theorem? Individual resultant force moment equal to summation of individual forces moment. So here A point reference point. Understand, students? A point is reference point. So R into X, resultant force moment. So resultant we know 1.732 P into X equal to summation of individual force moment. Summation of individual force moment. So go to here at A point. See here A point, no. So what are the forces not giving moment? Which forces not giving moment? Class perspective. What are the forces does not give any moment? Class representative.
Sir.
What are the forces? While taking, I told you, no. What are the forces giving moment? What are the forces not giving moment? The A point is reference point, no?
Yes, sir.
So I'm taking moment. So that all the forces, which are the forces not giving moment? The 3P cos 60 goes to A point. And the 2P also on the horizontal line, same line. See the A point. Towards A point goes for A point, it does not give moment. So 2P here is a horizontal, but it goes to from the A point, no, the line of action. So 2P does not give moment. 3P cos 60 does not give moment because it goes to A point. Similarly, the 4P sin 60. Similarly, 4P cos 60 because it is towards the point A. Students understand, I am repeating again. While taking moment, locate the reference point. A point, reference point. So, what are the forces not giving moment? The 4P cos, because acting at A point itself. The 4P sin 60 acting itself. And the 3P cos 60, no, it goes to C here, the arrow mark goes to A point. Similarly, the 2P also not giving moment, because 2P is starting from the arrow, see the arrow mark. So, these are the forces does not give any moment. Which force gives a moment? 3P sin 60. What is the moment? Perpendicular distance. See here, the 3P sin 60 perpendicular with respect to AB. So 3P sin 60 into 100. So 3P into sin 60 100. So we got it. What is the X value? After applying the cross multiplication, we got X equal to 150 mm from A point. Kavi, you understand, Kavi Raja?
Yes, sir.
So here you have doubt. What are the forces giving moment? What are the forces not giving? That is our doubt. How do you identify, sir? Take the reference point. If any force comes to the reference point or goes from the reference point, neglect it. Okay. See here A point, reference point. What are the forces comes to A point? The 4p cos 60 from A point acting. 4p sin 60 acting from A point. And the 3p cos 60 goes to the A point. You see the arrow mark goes to the. And the 2p also is starting from A point. So it does not give. What is the moment? Force into perpendicular distance. Which force is perpendicular with respect to A? Only one force. Which force? 3p into sin 60. In the distance, 100 mm. So apply. That's here, 3p into sin 60. Okay. Next question. Kavi Raja, can you read the question? Kavi?
Yes, sir. Sir, 4 forces equal to P, 2P and 3P and 4P are respectively acting along the 4 sides of the square ABCD. Yes, sir. Sides of the square ABCD taken in order. Find the magnitude, direction, and position of the resultant force.
See, in case question, the previous question, they mentioned the equal triangle. They did not give a diagram. What is equal triangle? You draw all the 3 sides equal and the angle also same. What is the summation angle? 180, no? They pay equal angle 60 degree mark. Then the 2p, 3p, 4p acting along the sides. AC, CB, BA. See here, I drawn. How I mark? Why the 60 degree came? This is equal triangle. That's why we can take it. As a mathematical rule, you can take it. Similarly, this from square. Square means all the 4 sides equal. So acting 4 sides of the along the 4 sides of the square ABCD. So AB. See here. AB is the first side. P is acting. Then BC is second side. 2P is acting. CD is the third side. 3P is acting. DA is 4P acting the fourth side. Square, no. That's why I mark it. So we want a magnitude, direction, and the position of the resultant. So we know resultant R equal to square root of summation V plus summation V square. Summation H equal to what are the horizontal forces? P is horizontal. And minus 3p is horizontal. See here. P minus 3p. Vertical forces, what are the vertical forces? Minus 4p plus 2p. 2p is vertical now, y direction. So minus 4p, say 2p minus 4p. Then what is the resultant? We got finally the 2p square minus. So we know 4p square, 8p square. So 8 we can write 2 into 4, no? So put the 4 taken out, square root taken 4 out, 2 is coming out. So 2 square root into p. P square, no? So it's only p. So it's a resultant. So we replaced with the resultant. So we want to locate. So I am taking the AB. So the horizontal line is the resultant acting vertical downward. So I marked X. What is Avogadro's theorem? Force into perpendicular distance. That is a resultant force moment. This is a resultant, no? Into the distance. See the perpendicular distance X. So resultant force equal to summation of individual force moment. So what is a square? No. What is a square that did not give any value? So I have taken A. All the forces I have taken A. So with respect to A point, put the A point. What are the force moment with respect to A point? With respect to A point, what are the forces giving moment? Sindhuja, with respect to A point, what are the forces giving moment with respect to A point?
So 3p.
X, very good. Why 3p? It's a perpendicular. Understand? Okay.
Perpendicular.
Then.
Then P.
P is acting towards A point. No,
towards A. No, it won't give. Yes, sir. Then 2p.
Yeah, 2p perpendicular. You see the perpendicular. How do you with respect to perpendicular? See the arrow mark from B point itself we consider. From B point itself considers goes to vertical from B. So perpendicular, no, 90 here I not marked, but it's perpendicular. So what are the forces not giving moment? The P is acting towards A, no, that's why not giving. Goes from A, that's why not giving. And the 4p also not giving. So only 2 forces giving moment. What are the forces? 3p and 2p. What is the distance here not mentioned? So what is generally in the square we are taking side A, no? Therefore 3p into A and 2p into A. Both are anti-clockwise. Students understand? So I have written here 3p into A, 2p into A. Okay? So resultant force. See here I did not mark to minus all thing are plus because we are calculating legs only. So here no need to worry about. Just we apply Avogadro's theorem. What is Avogadro's theorem said? The resultant force moment equal to summation individual force moment. So here all the forces acting anti-clockwise. Okay. So I should have marked here minus. I will change later. I will, okay. So minus 2p into A, anti-clockwise, no? See here, 2p into, with respect to A, 2p anti-clockwise, 2p into A. Where A? Here I should have marked A. AP distance A, small a. Similarly, 3p into A. So anti-clockwise, minus. So again, minus means only the direction of the whether clockwise anti-clockwise only. So after simplification, we have marked. So this with respect to A, you can write x equal to 5a and 2 square root of 2. Okay. This problem. The problem itself they mentioned a square side, 4 forces acting P2, P3, P4, P. So AP I taken P, BC I taken 2P, CD I taken 3P, and the DE I taken 4P. Because square, we have square side equal to AAA. Okay, we have to take it because they did not given. Okay. So we finally calculate the resultant. The resultant I taken from A point X. Therefore, Original serum applied. Resultant force moment, summation individual force moment. So the individual forces you take as a distance A. Is square no. So I will change this PPT and send it again. Okay. Then the first unit problem. See, we have to recall the first unit problem. The find the tension in the cable AC BC. Okay. So the C is the common point. We connected B. C is the A. CA. So they asked what is the tension AC, what is the tension TCB. So C is the common point. With respect to C point, I have marked X direction, Y direction. Already fine, you need to know. So we want the inclination. Any force incline you must calculate. See the CB line. CB line is an alternate angle. No, already P point is 30 degree. Therefore, alternate angle with respect to C point 30 degree. So see the tension TCB 30 degree. Similarly, you see the CA line. CA line is at A point 45 degree. Alternate angle 45 degree with this horizontal. You see the last diagram, the fourth bottom, right side bottom. How 30 came? Here like that, the alternate angle. Similarly, 45 came like this. So 3 force acting, no. So the 500 need acting vertical downward. So why we can apply Lami's theorem. So we must know angle. So each quadrant, see each quadrant we know 90. See red color mark, red color no 90. 90 plus 45, 135. Similarly, the green color, we know each quadrant 90. 90 plus 30, 120. What is the balance angle? So we know totally 360. Totally we know the alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to 360. So 135 plus 120 plus gamma. Therefore gamma equal to 105. So finally we arrived at this diagram. So then the similar problem we solved already. This is another problem with a different value. So the given diagram like this, we converted into this one. How we are applying Lami's theorem? Why we apply Lami's theorem? Only 3 forces acting. Okay. So therefore TCB divided by sin 135, TCA divided by sin 120, 500 divided by 105. I applied. See here. TCB divided by sin 135, TCA divided by sin 120 equal to 500 divided by 105. Then equal to first and last. See first and last. TCB divided by sin 135 equal to 500 divided by sin 105. Therefore, after cross multiplication, TCB tension TCB equal to 360.0254 Newton. Similarly, I equal to in the second and the last. TCA divided by sin 120 equal to 500 divided by sin 105. So after cross multiplication, we got TCA equal to 448.29. Students, any question? Vignesh? For this problem. Kavi? Kavi?
No, sir.
This problem discussed now in the first unit. So just for recollecting, we are solving this one. So we applied Lami's theorem, we applied mathematical knowledge, we finally converted each and every step. So finally, this is the final diagram. Students, this is the final diagram. How we arrived? We applied mathematical knowledge. Why we used Lami's theorem? Only 3 force acting. Next, the ball sum already we discussed. Okay, the previous tension here, contact no, A and C is the contact point. Okay. So the first you see the A point, they ask a reaction. Contact means reaction, connected means tension. Here the weight is 120 Newton, resting at the angle group. The angle in the DE 60 degree given and DF 30 degree given. Okay, so A is the reaction point. So I told you know reaction always 90 degree with respect to DE. See the next diagram. You see the angle ADG. Students, ADG. Reaction is at A point, no, 90 degree with respect to the DE. So it's already 60 given. 90 plus 60, 150. What is the balance? 30 degree. At a G point, 30 degree. So the RA goes to middle of B point, no, middle of the body. Now you see the, I draw the triangle, LBG. LBG. L is 90 degree. G is 30 degree. What is the B point? 60 degree. You know, summation of angle 180. So for your calculating this angle, we have to draw yourself. So first I marked A, D, G, because A is the reaction 90 degree. So 90 plus 60, 150, balance 30. I marked the G point. Now again I draw the triangle GBL. L is the 90 degree. 30 calculated. 90 plus 30, 120. What is the balance? 60, I marked B point. Similarly, to the left side, C is the contact point, no? So reaction. Reaction is perpendicular to DF. Now see the triangle CHD. CHD. What is the C angle? 90. 90 plus 60, 150. What is the D angle? 30 degree. Now we again draw the triangle LBH. See, we can draw from the vertical line, no? For calculating unknown angle. So I draw on the vertical line BL. So LBH. What is L angle? 90. So H is 60. What is the balance angle? 30 degree with the B. You see the left side diagram, the final diagram. So RA goes to the middle with respect to vertical 60 degree. RC goes to the B point with respect to 30. See, for calculating 30 and 60, we draw this diagram. So the previous class, I explained same diagram, same problem. It goes step by step. For this, I converted the single 2 steps. Okay. Now, I draw the quadrant. See, any force I told you, any force you convert into quadrant form. RA goes to the middle with respect to vertical 60. RC goes to the middle, it goes to the 30. But it actually goes to which direction? RA. RA goes to second quadrant. No, actually I projected RA. With respect to vertical, I converted 60 degrees. Similarly, RC goes to the first quadrant with this vertical. So you have to calculate other angles. So the first quadrant 30 already there. What is the balance? 60 degree. See here. So 60. And each quarter, no, each quarter 90. It's a red color mark. 90, the 60. The arrow mark, question mark I put. How is angle? 60. Because 30 already over, no, that side. So 90 plus 60, 150. Similarly, see the second quadrant. Second quadrant 60 is already there. What is the balance? 30. So 90 plus 30, 120. Now we apply Lami's theorem. So each force RA divided by sine 160, 150. RA divided by sine 150. RC divided by sine 120. So each angle force opposite angle. RC divided by sine 120. RA divided by sine 150. 120 opposite 90. 60 plus 30, no? 90. So after I am equating first and last. RC divided by sine 120 equal to 120 divided by sine 90. So RC I got it 138.564. Similarly, I equating RA, the second last, RA divided by sine 150 equal to 120 divided by sine 90. Therefore, RA equal to, RA means reaction. So we got it RC and RA. Students, whenever diagram given, you have to draw free body diagram. The free body diagram, yesterday I told you, what is free body diagram? Remove the supports and introduce the tension, reaction, everything. Weight. So in this diagram, they conducted A and C. So 2 reactions. Weight also given. So we have to calculate the RA direction, which direction it goes. Then RC goes to which direction? By apply your mathematical skill. Okay, that's why we finally arrived. So the B is the common point, no? Y is the common point. The RA goes to middle. The weight is acting middle from the middle. So RC. So the B is the common point. With respect to B point, you draw the quadrant. See here, the first duty, the RA, what is the angle with respect to 60? With respect to RC, what is 30 degree? I explained. That's why they are drawn to this the biggest triangle, no? The DAG. Students mind it, reaction always 90 degree to with respect to surface. The surface is DE, so RA is 90 degree. So balance how much? Already 60 given the diagram. See the 60, 90 plus 60, 150, balance 30. Now I again draw the diagram. GBL. Why I draw the diagram? I want to know what is the RA goes to middle, no? What is the 60? How we can calculate 60 degree? That's why I draw the GBL. L 90. So G 30. 90 plus 30, 120. What is the B angle? 60. The same concept applied, the C point also applied. So with respect to DF, the reaction actually 90 degree. So 90 plus 60, 90 plus 30, 120, balance 60. H is 60. Again, I draw the triangle LBH. L 90, H is 60. So balance 30 degree. You see the left side, the final diagram. So it is not a final diagram. Again, with respect to quadrant, you draw the quadrant, project it towards RA goes to AR, see the which direction goes to RA, second quadrant. RC goes to first quadrant. So the weight is active vertical downward. So we calculate unknown angle. How do you calculate unknown angle? Each quarter 90. See here, first quadrant 30 already over. What is the balance? 60. So 90 plus 60, 150. Similarly, see the second diagram, second quadrant. Already 60 over. What is the balance? 30. So the quadrant, third quadrant 90. 90 plus 30, 120. So applied by Lami's theorem. So today what we discussed, we started about some problems, new rigid body problems, resultant finding methods. Okay, the resultant finding method, you calculate the square root of or summation h squared plus summation b squared. Then resolve all forces and resolve vertical forces. Then you calculate it. Then apply Varignane's theorem. Why we apply Varignane's theorem? Rigid body. What is the Varignane's theorem? State that resultant force moment equal to summation individual force. Students, while taking moment, you have to find out which force gives moment, which force do not give moment. That's a very, very first step. How do you identify? Any first taking moment, locate the reference point. Any reference point, for reference point, any force goes to the reference point. Goes to the reference points or go away from the reference point. But you do not consider for a moment. Okay. Then apply the distance, force in perpendicular distance. We applied, we got X.